Can we start? Get ready to chant mantra Om 7 times. Make a sankalpa. I'm chanting Om, creating protective energy field around me that keeps me protected from all external negative influences, antibodies, and viruses. I'm creating 3 layers of protection. The outermost layer consists of 6 friendly creatures: an elephant behind me, a peacock in front, a tiger on the right side, and a lion on the left side. An eagle above my head, and a black tortoise below me. Inside of that, I have a big ring with balls of fire. I'm lighting all the balls, allowing a fireball to go up all around me, creating a protective sheet around me. The third layer of protection comes from the subtle energy of the mantra Om that I'm chanting. Take your awareness to your perineum between the anus and the genitals. Visualize a 4-petal lotus. As you chant mantra Om, visualize the energy of color red coming up from inside your spinal cord, piercing from the center of your head and falling all around you like a fountain, creating a protective layer around your body. The color and the location of the chakra will change, but the visualization remains the same for all. So visualizing 4-petal lotus at the perineum, color red. Take a deep breath in and chant Om on your own. Now take your attention to your spinal terminus at the Swadhisthana chakra, 6-petal lotus, orange color. Take a deep breath in and chant mantra Om. Om. Now take your awareness to Manipura chakra behind your navel. 10-petal lotus, yellow color. Increase pitch further, take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Anahata chakra behind your heart center. 12-petal lotus, green color. Increase pitch further, take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Vishuddhi chakra behind your throat pit, 16-petal lotus, blue color. Take a deep breath in, increase your pitch further and chant Om. Take your awareness to Agnya Chakra behind your eyebrow center, two petal lotus, indigo color. Increase pitch further, chant Om. Take your awareness to Sahasrara Chakra, center of the top of your head, 1000 petal lotus, white color. Increase pitch further and chant Om. Shanti mantras. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinamadi Ma Vidishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Keep your hands in Linga Mudra. Interlace all your fingers. Left hand thumb is erect. Right hand thumb, index finger around the left hand thumb. Make your sankalpa. I'm chanting Mahamrityunjaya mantra for physical health and mental well-being. Chanting the mantra every day helps me maintain the best of health mentally and physically. All my brain cells and my body cells are operating optimally and in harmony with each other. I can feel your grace, my Lord, penetrating deep into my body, energizing each and every brain cell and body cell, keeping me in pristine health at all times. I bow down before you, thanking you from the bottom of my heart for keeping me in pristine health, and I promise to put in efforts from my side for keeping this body in a healthy condition, befitting for you to reside inside my body in your effulgent form. If you know the mantra, chant along, otherwise just be the vibrations of the mantra. Om Trayambakam Yajage Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshi Imamruta. Om Trayambakam Yajamage Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshi Imamruta. Om Trayambakam Yajamage Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshi Imamrutat. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Very slowly disengage your hands, keep them on your knees. Keep your body steady and immobile. In the steadiness of that body, experience the steadiness of your mind by becoming a passive observer of your thoughts. Watch the thoughts as they come in and go out without interfering with them. And there is a gap between the time one thought is leaving, another thought is coming in. Try and focus your attention on that gap. Feel a surge of energy coming up from Mother Earth, penetrating your body, energizing each and every brain cell and body cell, giving you a unique sense of confidence to face up to all external circumstances, be they pleasant or unpleasant. And very slowly open your eyes, release your pose. How are you feeling now?
Good.
So, basically, we wanted to start a series called Myth of Aging. It's a series of 8 lessons. So, if you are comfortable, we'll start with the first lesson today. Okay. So, we always start with a body scan. So, lie on your back. Stretch your legs out, hands by the side of the body, palms facing the sky. And mentally tell yourself, I'm relaxing my whole body. And allow the body to relax and sink deep into the ground. Now, quickly bring your attention to your feet and mentally gauge how they are. Are both the feet flopped towards the ground on either side? Or are they raised a little from the ground? And if so, what's the gap between the ground and the feet? And is it the same between the right and the left leg? Make mental comparisons and make a note for yourself. Then pay attention to both your heels and try and gauge how they are pressing against the ground. Is the pressure between them and the ground the same on the right side and the left side? If not, which side seems to be pressing more heavily than the other one? Make a mental note. Now let your attention come to the place between the ankle and the knees and try and gauge how much of your leg is touching the ground. Is there a gap just below the ankle? Is the entire calf muscle touching the ground? What about the small gap between the calf muscle and the ankle? Is it touching the ground? If not, where are the points where they are not touching the ground? Make an assessment. There is no right method, there is no wrong method, there is no correct position. You're only trying to gauge what is it between your body and a relationship to the ground. It can keep varying from time to time. You are becoming conscious and aware of your body position right now. Then pay attention to the back of your knees. And is it flushed along the ground or is there a gap? If there is a gap, is that gap symmetrical between the right side and the left side? Mentally try to gauge it. And if it is not symmetrical, which side has more gap? And then compare that side with the side that has a difference in the pressure between the heel and the ground. There is a relationship. Is the gap more on the side where the heel is pressing more, or is it the other way around? Try and make an assessment. Then pay attention between your knees and your hip joint and try and gauge how much of your thighs are touching the ground. If there are gaps, where are the gaps? Then pay attention to both your buttocks and the pressure between them and the ground. Is it symmetrical on the right and the left side? If not, on which side it seems to be pressing more. And what is the connection between that and the gap between the knees and the ground and the pressure between the heels and the ground? Now bring your attention to your vertebrae. Start from the coccyx, sacrum, 5 lumbar vertebrae, and 12 thoracic vertebrae. Are all of them touching the ground? If not, which ones seem to be raised above the ground? And what is the gap? Now relax the entire right side of the back and then the left side of the back. Then pay attention to both the shoulders. Are they flush along the ground or are they raised from the ground? If they are raised from the ground, what is the gap between the ground and the shoulder? And is it symmetrical on the right, left? If not, again make connections between the side, which seems to be lifted more, and the back of the knees, the buttocks, and the heels. Now relax both the hands from the shoulder to the fingertips. Now relax the back of your neck. Relax the back of your head. And then very slowly start the first arch and flatten. So very slowly breathing in. Let your lower belt line arch. Fold your legs. Sorry. Fold both your legs. Breathing in, arch your lower belt line, tailbone touches the ground. As you breathe out, let the lower back flatten. Then press it a little more on the ground. Let the tailbone raise up from the ground. Repeat 5 times and then stretch your legs. Now very slowly turn on your stomach and we'll get ready for the first practice, Myth of Aging, lesson 1. So you'll keep your hand in front of your face and you look to the right side. So the left cheek is on the back of your right palm and you're looking at your elbow. In this position, we will do 4 movements. First one is to simply raise the elbow and very slowly bring it back. Second one is only to raise your head. 1 minute. First finish 3 rounds of the elbow only. First do only 3 rounds. Just a minute. I didn't know you were starting the practice. So when you're lifting your elbow, mentally say to yourself and pay attention to the back of your shoulder. Along the shoulder line, you're contracting those muscles. And when you're bringing your elbow back to the ground, mentally tell yourself, I am voluntarily releasing and lengthening those muscles. So when you're going up, I am voluntarily contracting the muscles along the shoulder line. And as you're going down, I am voluntarily releasing and resetting those muscles. No, the head should not come up. Only the elbow must come. The chin and the palm is on the ground. Yeah, correct. One, very slowly, with complete awareness of releasing and resetting, take your elbow down. Second round, breathing in, elbow up. Third round. Very good. Now you will be lifting only the head up and look over your right shoulder. So very slowly breathing in, lift your head up. This time you are voluntarily contracting muscles along the right side of the spine. And you are voluntarily releasing and resetting them. Second round, pay attention to muscles along the right side of the spinal cord. Last round. Now you'll put these two movements together. Now pay attention first to the instructions. When you are lifting both of them together, you are voluntarily contracting the muscles along the shoulder line, along the right side of your spine, and it moves to the left glute. And you will experience that your left leg wants to come up away from the ground. Experience that movement, that it is trying to come up from the ground. So get ready. Very slowly breathing in, let your face, hand, elbow come up away from the ground. Focus on muscles along the shoulder line, along the right side of the spine. You are voluntarily resetting them. Second round. Last round. Relax. Now you lift only the left leg up. So feel the movement of the muscles, contraction coming down the glute and moving from the left side to the right side of the spine. So lift only the right leg up. I'm sorry, left leg, I'm sorry. Left leg, opposite leg, sorry. Yeah. Very slowly let it come down. Second round, lift your left leg up, then breathing out, slowly bring your left leg down, be aware of the glute muscles and the contraction moving to the right side of the spine. Last round. Very slowly relax. And now very slowly and gently turn over and lie on your back and once again compare the right side to the left side and see if you can notice any changes on the right side as compared to the left side and as compared to when you started.
Left side earlier was feeling a little dense and tight. Left side.
Okay.
Now it's a little lighter than
Okay.
before.
So now when we finish left side, we'll experience once again and see whether you can experience a change. So once again, slowly turn on your stomach. Now the left hand will come in front of you. Right hand is by the side of the body. And very slowly breathing in, feeling the contraction along the shoulder line. Lift your elbow away from the ground. Very slowly breathing out, release and relax. Remember, you're voluntarily contracting the muscles, you're voluntarily releasing them. Second round, breathing in, voluntary contraction, breathing out, voluntarily relaxing them. Last round, breathing in, voluntarily contracting, breathing out, voluntarily relaxing. Now take a couple of breaths to relax. And now you lift your only the head up and look over your left shoulder. Muscles along the left side of the spine are contracted voluntarily, and those muscles are being released and lengthened voluntarily. So very slowly breathing in, head up, look over your left shoulder, and very slowly breathing out, allow your head to come back and rest on the back of the palm. Second round, very slowly, voluntarily contracting, breathing in, and then very slowly breathing out. Third round, breathing in and breathing out. Once again, relax and take a couple of breaths. Now you'll put these two movements together. So hand, elbow, face will come up. The movement will go to the opposite glute. The right leg will want to come up from the ground, become aware of it. Very slowly breathing out, literally releasing all those muscles, come back. Second round, your elbow, chin, face up. Very slowly bring your elbow, chin, face back to the resting position. Last round. Now you will only lift your opposite leg up. So breathing in, right leg up, feel the contraction along the left glute and the left side of the spinal cord. I mean, right glute and then the left side of the spinal cord. Second round, breathing in, right leg up, contraction in the right glute, left side of the spinal cord. Please slowly release. Third round. Now take a couple of breaths. And then finally put all of them together. So contraction will flow down the spine, will come up from the opposite glute. And when you release, all of them will relax and lengthen. Second round, breathing in. Third round, very slowly. Now once again, slowly turn on your back and experience the effect of what you have done on both sides of the body. And particularly note changes from the beginning when you did the body scan. Any change in the way the vertebrae are touching the ground? Any change in the way the knees are aligned with the ground? Any change in the way heels are touching the ground? Do you feel any symmetry between right and left side now, which was not there before?
The left side is feeling a little more relaxed now.
As compared to the right also?
Yes.
Okay.
And but the neck area slightly is slight strain is a slight strain.
It's on the left side?
No, overall slightly.
Okay. When you do the next move, you let me know because that is going to be lifting the neck up. So be careful, and then if it is creating a discomfort, immediately let me know. So now once again, come on your stomach, bring both the hands in front of you and rest your forehead on the back of your right palm, which is on top. Forehead on the back. Yeah. Now in this position, while breathing in, very slowly lift your head up and look towards the ceiling wherever you are comfortable. Raise only as much as you can comfortably go. If there is any discomfort, reduce your movement. And very slowly allow your head to come back to resting position. Now, when you're doing this, feel muscles along both sides of the spinal cord contracting, and then both sides you're releasing and lengthening. Second round, breathing in, contracting both sides of the muscles on both sides of the spinal cord. Breathing out very slowly, releasing all of them to their resting tonus. Third round. Relax. Now, if you're comfortable on this move, you will join the right leg along with the movement. So very slowly, you will lift your head up along with the right leg. And very slowly allow your right leg and your head to come back to resting position. Second round, breathing in, voluntarily contracting the muscles along the right side of the spine, along the right glute. Third round, relax. Now you will be working with the left leg. So after you're relaxed, when you're ready, breathing in, you lift the head up and the left leg up. Second round, third round, once again relax. And when you're ready, you will repeat the movement, lifting both the legs up. Breathing out while bringing your head and legs down. Second round, last round. And now turn on your back and relax. And now tell me how the neck is feeling. Is it still showing any discomfort?
Slightly, yes. I think it's because my computer usage is high, so maybe my neck posture remains certain way throughout. So I think could be because of that.
We did the first round of neck exercises for you, right? Or we didn't do it?
The turning the back, right?
No, only for, lying with the cushion at the back, lifting the head up.
We did that, but that time also what had happened, as I mentioned, this and this part for me pains a little, slightly.
Okay.
So then I kind of didn't do those.
And we did one on the chair, right? Healthy
No,
spine.
chair, no.
Okay, so next time we'll try and do that.
No.
Or what we can do is we can do the healthy spine today, and next round we'll do with the wedging lesson 2, which I was about to start now. So grab a chair and sit down.
A stool or a chair?
The stool is better. So when you're sitting, half your thighs must be outside the stool, the other half in the stool. The feet are firmly planted on the ground, hands are on your knees. Now, in this position, you will, breathing in, arch your lower back and lift your head up to look at the ceiling. And notice where you can see. And then very slowly bring your head back and release the arch. 3 times you will do. And where you can see in the ceiling becomes your reference point to measure the improvement as we go. Start. Breathing in, look up, arch your lower back. Second round, breathing in. Breathing out while coming back. Third round. Relax. Now you will keep your eyes focused at some point in the ground. So when you are arching your lower back and looking up, you cannot leave your eyes from that spot. So you can only look up a little bit. You cannot go up so much because the eyes have to look at the ground. So you're creating an artificial restriction, number 1. Number 2, you're disconnecting the movement of the eyes, which is going down, and the head, which is going up. Normally they go together. So you're disconnecting them voluntarily and deliberately. So start. Second round. Last round. And release. Feel any changes you can experience along the neck area?
It's a little settled, I would say. It's a little settled now.
Okay. And now you will repeat the first movement and see if you can look a little further back at the ceiling, which is an indication of some improvement in the extent of flexibility. So breathing in, arching the lower back, look up. And then very slowly breathing out, come back. Second round. Slowly breathing out, come back. Last round. Relax. Could you see a little more at the back?
Yes. So the third time, the first set also, when I did the third time, I was able to do a little more.
Yeah.
And this second set also, I was able to go to that level.
Now we will be reversing the move. So you will be rounding the back and looking down. And then you will come back. So you will breathe out while looking down. And you will breathe in while coming back. Second round. Third round. Now you'll keep your eyes focused somewhere in the ceiling and you will try to look down. Since the eyes cannot leave that spot, your ability to bend down will be much less than what you did before. So once again, start breathing out, keeping the eyes looking somewhere at the top. And then breathing in, come back. Second round, focus eyes on the top. Very good. Last round. Take your time. And then relax. Once again, just feel how your neck is feeling, whether it is loosened up a little more.
Same level.
Same way.
Same level.
Now, once again, we'll repeat the first movement and see whether we can see a little more at the back. So, breathing in. Slowly breathing out, come back. Second round. Last. Yes. Now,
I could see much more than the first two sets. Okay.
but ultimately our test will be whether you can feel a release here. So we'll have to see whether that happens.
It feels a stretch right now, but not pain, but slight stretch because maybe I'm not used to doing that much sitting all the time. But it feels like a stretch, not a pain as much.
Okay. Let's hope it will release either by today or tomorrow after this practice. So you will turn the upper body to the right side, keeping the head and the body turned to the right side. You will arch your lower back and look up. And then breathing out, you will come back. Then you will repeat it 2 more times. Then keep the head turned that side, repeat 2 more times, then turn the head back. Now, in this itself, something which is not a part of this series but useful is you will turn the body to the right side. I mean, you'll only turn the head to the right side, tilt the head up, bring the left shoulder closer to the head. And then release the shoulder, bring the head back, repeat 3 times. And then bring the head back to the center. So turn the head to the right side and tilt the head back, bring the left shoulder up. Second round. Third round. Relax. Now, you will tilt the head to the right side and bring the right shoulder up. Start. Slowly, slowly come back. Second round. Last round. Relax. Now you will turn the upper body and the head to the right side and you will round your back and look down. And then you will straighten and come back 3 times. Very good. Now, turn the entire upper body to the left side, arch the back, look up, and then release. Repeat 3 times. Come back slowly. Now you'll turn the head only to the left side. Tilt the head back, right shoulder up. Now you tilt the head to the left side, lift the left shoulder up. Now the left shoulder seems to be moving a little better than what it was before. Just to make sure that it is, just turn the head to the right side and then see how much the left shoulder can come up closer to the head. Only once. The last time it was not moving so much, now it is moving a little more.
Yes.
Okay. Now turn to the left side and look down, rounding the back. Now, you'll first turn the upper body to the right side, look up. As you're coming down, you will turn the head to the right side and then turn to the left side, look up. As you're coming down, you will come to the center, turn to the right side, look up. And when you're looking up, arching the lower back. Okay? Relax. Now repeat the first movement once again, lifting the head up, arching the lower back. Second round. Third round. Relax. And now you'll, while breathing out, you'll bring both the shoulders forward and then breathing in, release back. Both the shoulders forward, releasing, breathing in, release. Breathing out, breathing in. Feel the stretch of the back muscles. Slowly release, feel the release of those muscles when you're going back. Second round. Third round. Now breathing out, take both the shoulders behind, feel the contraction of those muscles at the back, and then release them voluntarily. Three times. No, you have to take the shoulders behind. And those muscles will contract at the back. And then release them when you're coming back. Now you try and rotate the shoulder, right shoulder, in a clockwise direction. Very good. Slowly. No anti-clockwise. Release. Now the other shoulder. Clockwise first and then anti-clockwise. And relax. Now feel your neck muscles and see how you feel. Any release that you can experience, or it is still the same?
Similar, they feel like a stretch now, not a pain. But I feel like I've not used my shoulder blades, the shoulder blades for quite some time. So those are feeling a little. So neck is better, but shoulder blades. I think yes. A few years ago, I used to do a lot of exercise. Surya Namaskars, and push-ups and sit-ups and everything. For a couple of years, there has been a break for some reason, and pandemic and everything. I think a lot of sitting activities have happened. So
and not only that, when we don't do all this, those muscles, start becoming rigid. And then when you suddenly move them, they give a protest in the beginning. But when you continue, then they settle down. So just lie down. Because we did this, we need to close that portion. So lie on your back. And in the right hand is under the head. And then what you will do is you will breathe in and arch your lower back. And first breathe out and flatten the lower back. Continue to breathe out. Lift your elbow up. Lift your left knee. Support it with the left hand. Bring the elbow and the knee closer to each other. They need not touch. Come wherever it can comfortably and go back. So first breathe in, arch. Then flatten. Continue to breathe out. Pick your elbow and the head up. Pick your left knee. Aim the elbow towards the knee. And very slowly relax. Second round. Last round. Now bring the hand back to the side and then take the left hand under the head and repeat on the right side. Last round. Then turn to one side and slowly sit up. Chant Om 3 times. Make your sankalpa. I'm chanting Om, creating protective energy field around me that keeps me protected from all external negative influences, antibodies, and viruses. Take a deep breath in. Shanti mantras. Om Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Om Triambakam Vijamage Sugandim Pushtivartanam Urvarkamil Bandanan Mrityu Kshimanta. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Rub your hands well. When they're warm, keep them on your eyes. Then gently open your eyes. Hari Om. That's it. So now just keep an eye on the shoulder and the neck. If any discomfort increases, then let me know immediately.
Okay. So I'm supposed to do all the exercises in the 1, 2, 3, whatever we've done.
It's today's, see, basically it's like this. You cannot do everything every day.
Correct.
You try and pick and choose from the bouquet of practices. For example, when I told you that when you have a shoulder problem, you do this. So today you feel a discomfort in the shoulder, you practice this. And then if you have a lower back issue, then you do this. So like that, depending on where you want to work today, you work on those particular suits of practices which makes you feel comfortable in that area. And then do for half an hour, 40 minutes, whatever you can fit into that timing is what you do.
Okay.
Don't do more than 1 hour, max 1 hour.
Because the first day of cat exercises I'm able to do consistently. Those I remember. Yes,
Cat is something that you do first thing in the morning when you get up
correct.
and last thing before you go to bed. So that's because that should ideally take you about 10 to 12 minutes max.
Correct.
So that's about all. Apart from that, you devote time for other practices because that is what will start releasing all the muscles around the entire body and bring you back to complete health. And then you can go back to your Surya Namaskar and all the other things in the days to come.
Okay. And one last thing is my right lower back pain is reduced, but right lower back is there, like small, like a tinge, slight pain is there. It continues. Maybe, I don't know, because of exercises or lack of exercise or whatever. But
it's continuously there.
Actually, not continuously there. Sometimes when I feel there's a stretch, I feel there's a slight spasm for a moment. If I'm say, for example, I've been sitting down for a while and then I get up. There's a slight spasm for a few moments, and when I get back into activity, then it kind of goes off. So it's moments of getting up and some things where it goes into a slight spasm space, and then it opens up after some time. Slight pain remains sometimes.
When you get up, how do you get up?
Sideways, like I'm conscious about getting up sideways. That I'm aware
From
of.
the chair when you get up.
Chair.
Just sit on the bed and get up from there and show me. Now get up. See, that is another problem. So sit down, sit back in the bed. Now keep your hands on your thighs, on your knees. Bend forward. And then lift your leg up first. Don't lift your head. Keep looking down. Start moving your knees and the thigh muscles first to come up. Bend forward. 1 second. Whenever you are getting up, you move forward like this. Allow your legs to come up first. Then finally bring your head up. Because when you get up like this, you're using your neck muscles to pull the body up. Whereas that has to be done by these muscles.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Therefore, in somatics, we always say, move forward, look down, move your leg up like this, then get up.
Oh.
Similarly, when you are getting up from here, you'll turn round, you'll bring your knees forward, you'll bring it up like this, then you'll bring your head up. So it should become second nature to you now.
Okay. I think that is the reason when we've been doing this exercise, I said, no, my neck muscles pain a little. I think because I'm using my neck muscles for taking my weight up.
And plus, these muscles are also contracted because your shoulders are not moving as it should in a normal case. So we have to release that. So once you do all this, it will release. You will find the difference in the next week.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's a mistake I'm moving. I need to be a little more aware of that conscious.
Okay. Sure. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.